This story begins in 391 AD where we are shown a city called Alexandria, which is a part of the Roman Empire where the Romans rule. In this city there are people of two different religions. On one side there are Christians and on the other side there are Jews. In this city there is a girl named Hypatia, who is the daughter of the director of the museum in Alexandria, whose name is Theon. Hypatia is a teacher in the Platonic school, where the leaders of the future are educated, but she wants to know only one thing in her life, that where does the earth revolve? Around the sun, that is, what is the distance of the earth? When Hypatia teaches in the school, she teaches her students about science, stars, and philosophy. Here all the students like her a lot because she is very expert in her work, in her teaching. Here the son of Hypatia's father's slave, whose name is Devious, works with Hypatia as his assistant. He is very interested in science, so he listens to every word of Hypatia very carefully. Hypatia asks everyone in her class, why does anything fall on the earth? In fact, she is talking about gravity, and this is the time when gravity was not discovered. No one knew anything about gravity. Devious, who is her assistant, listens to her very carefully. He also loves Hypatia, but he cannot express his love to Hypatia because his father is the slave of Hypatia's father. On the other hand, we are shown the museum where Hypatia's father is the director. It is a very sacred place for the Jewish people. Here the Jewish people are also called pagans, and they keep their statues of their gods, books of science, and their sacred books here. Now, because the director here is Hypatia's father, the Jewish people take any big decision with the consent of Hypatia's father Theon. At the same time, we are shown a Christian monk who is calling the pagans, that is, the gods of the Jewish people, upside down. In fact, Christians always make fun of the gods of the Jewish people, and he says that if my God is true, then I will walk on fire and nothing will happen to me. And after that, the monk walks on fire, but nothing happens to him. In fact, he wears such an outfit because of which the fire does not burn him. All Christians start praising him, after which the priests of the Jewish people are also pushed into that fire, but they start burning, but their people come and save them. Hypatia's father Theon also hates the Christian people, and one day he finds a cross at his house which is of a slave girl. This makes him very angry. Before he punishes him, his slave's son Davis, who is Hypatia's assistant, takes the blame on himself and says that I had kept this cross. Hypatia's father gets very angry with this and beats him a lot. The girl Hypatia tries to stop her father, but he does not listen to her. Hypatia knows that this is not Davis's cross, so at night she goes to his room to apply ointment, where she sees that after listening to his lectures, Davis has made a model here, in which there are 5 planets revolving around the earth. This is the time when humans knew that there are only 5 planets in this world, which do not revolve around the sun, but around the earth. Hypatia is very impressed with Davis. The next day in class, she shows her model to everyone and tells Davis to tell everyone about it. Davis demonstrates it. Now we are shown where the Jewish people have a holy program going on, which is in their temple. It is also called the Library of Serapion. Here is a student of Hypatia, whose name is Orestes. Orestes loves Hypatia a lot. He is also a Jew. And here he tells everyone that I love my music the most in my life. And I love Hypatia more than that. And he gives his music instrument to Hypatia. Hypatia accepts it in front of everyone. Actually, he had already expressed his love to Hypatia. But Hypatia did not say anything in response. Davis is also here, who is very sad to see that he loves Hypatia, which he can never express. That's why he prays to God that Hypatia never belongs to anyone. The next day is shown in the class where Hypatia returns a cloth to Orestes, which means that he did not accept the proposal of his love, but rejected it. This makes him very angry. He starts going out of here, but then a priest calls everyone, where he starts inciting everyone against Christians. He says that they make fun of our gods. They consider us inferior to them. That's why we have to declare war. And all this is happening at the will of Hypatia's father. Hypatia also tries to explain to her father, but his father does not agree. And in all this, Orestes is also included with Hypatia's father. After that, there is a fight between Jews and Christians in Alexandria, in which many people are killed. But here there are a lot of Christians. That's why the Jews start losing, and Hypatia's father with his people in his holy place, which is called the Library of Serapeum. To save all of them, he takes refuge there, where Davis is also there, because Davis is a slave. That's why he has to live with them, although he is not a Jew, but a Christian. This is the same place where Hypatia studies, although Davis wants to go out of here, but Hypatia refuses him. Here, along with Davis, there are some other Christian students, and at night when they are running away from this place, so Davis sees them, but he doesn't tell anyone, because he knows that it would be better for him to get out of here. Many months pass. After that, their food slowly starts to run out, which starts to worry everyone here, because no one can go out of here, and no one is allowed to come in from the outside. And one night, Davis quietly leaves. Here. Actually, now this whole city has been divided into two different parts. That is, Christians and Jews in two different groups. There, Hypatia is shown to us, which is at the same holy place, where all her people are stuck with her father. Even in such an environment, she is only thinking about science. She thinks that whenever we throw something up, or if anything is dropped from above, then why does it fall on the ground? While the stars are in the sky, why don't they fall on the ground? And the first thing that comes to Hypatia's mind is that maybe all the planets and the sun do not revolve around the earth. Rather, all the planets revolve around the sun. Similarly, a few more months pass here, after which the Roman emperors forgive them all. They say that you can come out. Actually, these are the culprits in their eyes, because they started the war, and now all of them come out of there, but they have no right on anything. That's why Hypatia and her people, they leave here with their important things and their scriptures, after which Christians come to this place, which is their holy place, in which there is also Davis, and break the idols of their gods. Hypatia is shown there, which is very sad, because her father has died. And then there is Davis, who starts misbehaving with her, because he was a slave since childhood. But while doing this, tears suddenly come to his eyes. He bows down in front of Hypatia, because he loves Hypatia. He gives his sword to Hypatia and says, "Kill me." Hypatia cuts the mark of slavery in his throat with his sword, and says that you are free. Similarly, 2 years pass, and now Orestes is shown, who was a Jew before. Now he has become a Christian, and he has a big position. And in Alexandria, where Jews used to be respected, they used to have a position. Now they are being tortured. But this does not matter to Hypatia. She is still thinking about science. And Orestes once takes her on a boat with him. But here too, she has only science in her mind. She tells a slave to climb up, and says that you will have to throw the bag from top to bottom. He believes that the bag should fall back or forward, because the boat is moving, and when the bag is in the air, at that time the boat will fall back a little due to moving forward. But this does not happen. He falls on the same spot. Hypatia is completely confused, and soon a thought comes to her mind. Maybe the earth is also rotating at its distance, but its speed is such that, which does not make any difference to anything on earth. This was the time when religious people believed that the earth is not round but flat, and if a person reaches the end of the earth, then he can fall from there. Hypatia still teaches in the same school where she used to study before. She has a lot of questions in her mind. Another question comes to her mind. Why does the earth get cold, hot, and different weather? What is the reason for this? There is also a servant who tells her, maybe the sun is big or small. This is why the weather changes. When the sun is big, it is hot on the earth, and when it is small, it is cold. But Hypatia does not agree with him. On the other hand, the Jewish people, who are troubled by the atrocities of the Christian people. They attack them, after which the Christian people, they start killing them very badly again. Hypatia goes to her and says, "Stop the Christians from doing this. I will explain to my people." But Orestes, who was also a Jew, who has now become a Christian, he refuses to help him. Davis is also among those people who are killing Jewish people. But now he has realized that he is doing wrong. Innocent people, innocent children and women. There is no sin in this. When everything is fine, the Jews go to the Christian leaders and say that we are in our holy place. That is, we want to go back to the library of Serapion. He says you can go, but you all have to accept Christianity. Hypatia is also here, who does not like this at all, and she opposes him. She starts talking to him in reverse, which makes the leader very angry. They also call her in reverse. They also make new rules here, how women should live in the assembly. They say to Hypatia that she is not a scientist, but she is a witch. This earth is complete. But she tells her different kinds of science to people, which is completely wrong. Such a person has no right to live. There is also Orestes here. After seeing all this, tears come to his eyes. In the next day's assembly, everyone is told to bow in front of the Bible, but Orestes refuses to do this. He does not bow in front of the Bible, and goes from there. Everyone calls him a fake Christian. Hear that monk. The monk who was on fire in the beginning. He hits him with a stone on his head. He hurts him badly. Seeing this, the Jews get angry and kill that monk. After that, between the Jews and between the Christians, a fierce war begins. And now the leaders of the Christians, they want to kill Hypatia and Orestes. Orestes has a friend who used to study with him in school, who is a Christian since childhood. He explains to him, in religion and love, religion always wins. You have to bow down. Otherwise, they will kill you. Orestes has tears in his eyes, and he bows down in front of his Bible. That is, in front of Christianity. Hypatia would not have done this. That's why they want to kill Hypatia. The same Hypatia who has just found out that the earth revolves around the sun and other planets. They revolve around the earth. But now she is trying to find, how does the earth revolve around the sun? Does it revolve in a circular motion? Or does it revolve in an elliptical motion? That's why different seasons come on earth. But it is not yet confirmed on this theory. That's why Orestes comes there and tells him that you are being prepared to kill. You have to accept Christianity. But she clearly refuses, although Davies also wants to save her. But now he is caught. He is brought to the library. While humiliating him, everyone wants to kill him, but they don't have a sword. That's why they go out to take stones. Davies is very sad to see this, and he doesn't want to see her die like this. That's why he himself kills her, by giving her an easy death. And when she is taking the last breath of her life, that's when she looks up at the roof, where there is an elliptical shape. That's why she has complete confidence in her theory, that the earth revolves around the sun in an elliptical shape. That's why different seasons come on earth. And now, at the last moment of her life, she got the answer to her questions. And after that, she dies. Now all those people come here, who had gone to take the stone. Davies tells him that she has fainted, after which everyone throws stones at her. Her body is dragged into the alleys. She is burned, and her name is erased from history forever. No one believed in Hypatia, but exactly after 1200 years, Johannes Kepler, who was a scientist, he told the world that the earth revolves around the sun in an elliptical shape. And this is what Hypatia had told everyone. Hypatia was forgotten forever. Such an incident had also happened in our country, where the world knows that Wright brothers had made the first flying object. That is the plane. But the truth is that in 1895, Shivkar Bapuji Tulpade who was a scholar. He had made the first flying object. But in history, his name was erased. But today, because of technology, because of the internet, the whole world knows that the first flying object was made by an Indian. This was the whole story of film Agora, which is a true historical event. We hope you liked this story.